Hello, this topic will be about infant baptism in Judaism, specifically in the Talmud. On Talk, I was accused of being a liar for the St. Augustine claim I made a while ago, and I just recently made a video about that. And I'm not a liar. Anyway, they also accused me of lying about infant baptism in Judaism, and they were using the Talmud as evidence. But the fact is, Judaism and the Talmud actually do practice infant baptism. Of course, it's a different reasons why they baptize, but it still exists in the Talmudic texts, as I will show. Even at this time in the room, I showed them that this one Jewish website right here, where it talks about baptizing babies. Let's go to it right now. It's called conversion.org/converting underscore infants.html. Anyway, it says right here, the conversion to Judaism for a female infant or child according to Conservative and Orthodox practices only requires tevilah, immersion in a ritual bath called a mikveh. A child also requires immersion in the mikveh. Prior to the immersion, the male must have a brit milah, referring to his legal circumcision. Anyway, so that's a Jewish website. Jewish Learning also has that same stuff also. But anyway, let's flip back. Here, I actually found a couple Talmudic references to baptizing babies. Of course, for different reasons, not only converts. But anyway, here's an example I found in the Babylonian Talmud from the tractate Nida 32a. It says, talking about Rav Yoshe, or Rav Joseph, or Rav Joes, however you want to say it. It says, it happened at Enbol that the infant was made to undergo ritual immersion before her mother, and Rabbi stated it once happened at Beit Sha'arim that the infant was made to undergo ritual immersion before her mother. And Rav Joseph stated, it once happened at Bet Ita that the infant was made to undergo ritual immersion before her mother. One can well understand the incident spoken of by Rav Joseph and Rabbi, since and then it talks about immersion was necessary for conversion. The Tumrah of Palestine. But why was that necessary in the case spoken of Rav Joseph, seeing that Samuel had laid down the Tumrah of the country outside of the land of Israel, is not forbidden unless it came into contact with a person whose uncleanness emanated from his body, and this applied only to eating, but not to contact. So that's one reference right there. It says they will undergo ritual immersion. That's like dunking him in water, dunking a baby in water. Now that doesn't sound too safe, but that's what they did, and that's what Christians historically have done. They baptized babies. Anyway, I found another example. It's found in again the Babylonian Talmud tractate. And this one is from Av Avoda Rabdo Zarach 57a. And I actually have the links here, by the way, the references. Anyway, it says, what, however, of the following statement of Rabbah, if a pregnant Gentile woman was converted, there is no need for her son to perform ritual immersion. Why is there no need for him to perform immersion? Yes. Now, the reason I quote this is because in Judaism, to convert, um, as I just mentioned, they had to undergo immersion, not simply circumcision. They had to be baptized. That's the way it is in Christianity too. So even this child, they're wondering why. Well, how come he doesn't have to be baptized? And the reason is, well, because his mother essentially was baptized and became a Jew before he was born. So anyway, yeah, there were some other references in the text too, like that website quoted this one, which I have a link to. It's called Ketobot 11a. That's the chapter, or whatever, the folio. in the Talmud about, and it addresses conversions of minors, including ones that are less than 3 years and a day old. But anyway, I think this will suffice to show that Judaism, even in the Talmudic era, did have infant baptism, contrary to the Reformed Baptist view and the view of Baptists in general and certain Anabaptist groups that think this whole water baptism of infants is a completely new idea and that cradle baptism is the only way to go. None of that's historical, as I just showed. The Talmud has it. Anyway, this is Berhane Selassie, the Orthodox Catholic One, here on YouTube. Anyway, good night. God bless.